What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Infamous Project. This is going to be a short and quick video that I just needed to put out there because I was in the middle of doing something, and this is one of those things that you share in the community. So, installing a stereo. This is a very, very rare occurrence this day and age, but I just have to say, if you guys have a Foxbody that has an untouched center console. And what I mean by that is I mean a center console that has not been drilled for one of these. Meaning, see these 4 screws on the outside right here? That is typically what gets screwed in to your center console right here. I'll show you guys. So just if by the off chance you guys haven't seen one of these, they slide in here and get screwed into your center console, forever leaving 4 holes in this area. Now, if you got really creative in the future, you could do some plastic welding, some sanding, maybe a little bit of filler, and you could repaint this section black and you could fix it. But if you guys have a mint console like that, please do not use one of these, okay? Now, you guys might be asking, well, what do you do if you don't use the stereo installation faceplate? Well, if you still have the factory radio, if for whatever reason your car or the console you got doesn't have a factory radio and you don't have this guy, so if you don't know what this is the factory little wallet holder. I don't even know what you would refer to this as, but this actually goes on the underside of this factory radio. Kind of slides in there like that, screws on from the bottom. So there's the factory radio that came out of the car, okay? Now, again, if you guys don't know how to take the factory radio out, see these 4 holes? Get something, if you don't have the tools, you can use small little screwdrivers, get them in there, and what they do is they put pressure on the release clips and you'll be able to slide this whole unit out. Once you get this whole unit out, there's 2 Phillips screws right here. Take these guys out and boom, you get this. So one thing that I'm going to share with you guys that you need to do is this isn't just plug and play. So typically on this, if you haven't noticed, this and the radio actually sticks out a little further than this line right here, meaning that it doesn't sit flush. So if you guys tried to take your stereo installation plate and slide that in there, and it's a snug fit, but that's important for the sake of what's going on here. So that'll fit pretty much right in that factory position like this. And if you try and take this guy, it's not going to want to go all the way in. So, little trick that you do, sand down the edges. And I mean, just grab a piece of sandpaper and a block and just lightly sand down each side. You can see I've done it here, okay? And you don't have to do too much. Just take your time, sandpaper on a block or a sanding block. You can get them one piece like in, I think like a 220 or a 320 grit, and just be careful or aware of the orientation. You want to keep the original orientation true, just the way that it came off the factory head unit, and you can actually put that in first instead of the gauge cage. And here's another thing, guys, make sure if your clips haven't been, or harness hasn't been cut out of your car, don't cut the harness just to install your radio. Get the adapters, use your butt connectors, use your shrink tube, you know, try and keep the ability to always go back to original if you can. All right, now if you're missing this stuff and people have cut the harnesses and spliced in here, and this car was a factory amplifier car, so there's actually an amplifier underneath the passenger seat here, so you might only see this gray connector and be wondering, where do you find the black one? Well, the black one's actually just hiding up a little further behind the center console in the back, and you can totally reach it from back and around there, or you can stick your hand straight through here and get at it there. All right, so let's take a look at this. I'll even get some added light on the situation here. So the factory location, it'd probably look like about that. See how it butts up against there? But now that we've shaved a little bit of material off, look at this. Pressure fit, now it's recessed in the back, okay? And now we have this nice little lip here. And that lip is actually important so that we can bend these clips down on the cage to install the head unit. And what that's gonna do is that's actually gonna hold stuff in place, all right? So, I'm gonna pull all your wiring through that you need. Don't forget about your antenna if you've still got one. In this case, we got some RCA cables that we're using for an amplifier. Pass all your stuff through the cage, and now you should be able to sneak your cage in. I'm reusing this. I pulled this out of that installation faceplate, so a couple of the tabs might be kind of holding stuff, which is okay. There we go. Boom. And boom. Okay, so now we can bend our tabs down. All right, so our cage is in there. Now, go ahead, hook up all your connectors. So I know this is a little bit of an old school head unit. That's what he had in his old car, so that's what's getting installed here. Need to give it a little bit of a wipe down here, clean up that faceplate, but look at how much nicer this looks than if you were to have drilled holes in this trim plate. So there you have it, folks. Just wanted to show you that. One other thing, if you wanted to go the extra mile, just keep in mind, I've showed this in another video. See this clip adapter, harness adapter here? I'll link this in the video. So this keeps you from having to cut your speaker wires. You can actually put these plugs in and they're already terminated with the spade style female connectors, so you can plug it right onto your speaker. All right, so that way we're not cutting, we're not hacking, we're not drilling, we're just not being hacks. And why wouldn't you, for the small price to pay? If you guys don't have that little wallet cubby holder, you know, look on eBay, reach out on a forum, a group this day and age, and hopefully somebody has one laying around. And you know what? You'll actually have a nice little spot to stick your cell phone or whatever it might be that you got down there, or use it as a wallet holder like I think it was originally intended for. So there you have it, rant done. Hopefully you learned something today. If this was informative, please hit that thanks button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Man, just hit all the buttons. Even if you disliked it, you can hit that button too. Until next time, we'll see you here on the Infamous Project.